What's going on? It's your man, DJ Big Mike.
It's your boy, Lloyd, the angriest fucking artist there is.
It's your boy, the Vanilla Gorilla.
I love it. And this is Beyond the Tracks podcast, your podcaster's favorite podcast. If you are watching, you have already seen who our special guest is this wonderful, wonderful evening. He is a entrepreneur. He is a event planner. He is the man of the streets. He is a mayoral candidate this year, 2023. Let's go. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he's also Gracie Rucker's side piece. You know what I'm saying?
Representing the Dev group.
Yes, representing the Dev group. I mean, he got 25. This bro got 25,000 businesses, bro, and he ain't got not one grant.
I say he ain't Jamaican.
He might be Jamaican.
I don't know, man. You got
but if you don't know who we talking about, we are talking about my man, Dev Rucker is in the building. What it do, fam? What it do?
BTT fam, thank you for having me first and foremost.
Yes. Oh, yes. Let's get the cracks going.
Yes, sir.
See,
is that?
You listen. You know that Dev is a long time BTT family member.
He understands that.
when he know about the cracks. So yeah, man, welcome, bro. We appreciate you for taking time out your crazy busy schedule to just sit down and hang out with us, because I already know our views is getting ready to go up by 500% just because you won't hear. So
well, the last couple episodes I've been watching, then we saw each other over at the skating rink. I'm like, yo, what's up?
Right.
Oh,
What it
that's
do?
where that was the day you went out there with your grandson, seeing him out there.
Yeah, he ain't go, but yeah, we don't
Really?
care. Yeah, he chickened out.
He had the roll bounce going.
Yeah, I was bouncing.
Rock, skate, roll.
Why don't you the sponsors?
We gonna get sponsors out the way.
Slow ass.
Man, as always, we got JC Quality Construction. He does everything from the 2x4 to the key to the front door. Hit him up at 734-652-9715. Mention Beyond the Tracks podcast. Get 15% off all material.
Yeah.
That doesn't include labor. And of course, one of our amazing sponsors, Blessings Catering, all the way from Tennessee.
Yo, I gotta meet her and
Now,
I gotta
Ruth,
eat.
oh, yeah,
some
for
of
sure.
her
Ruth, we
shit.
about to fight.
Ruth.
I was watching earlier. You put that fool at work. Yeah, we come up here. We gotta fight because I was hungry because of you. I was stuck in the plant.
Yeah, she can cook.
Damn it.
I mean, she's typical redhead white woman, but she can burn.
No shit.
Yeah, she can burn.
She can shake a seasoning packet. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Not a lot of white people can do that.
Garlic, onion, salt, pepper.
And as you see, my man to my, I don't know, whatever side this is.
What's up, bro?
My man, Lloyd Cheatham from Cheat Designs. He does everything from custom artwork to custom clothes to, man, we got some things getting ready to pop off. Hit him up at
Get your black ties ready. Look, I said, get your black ties ready.
Facts. Hit him up at cheat-designs.com. I just say support this brother. He's doing amazing things. Order something. Something.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
I got black ties. It's you guys, right?
I don't. Is that what you're? I don't think you were referring to.
Nah, not so much.
Yeah, but you do have black
You
ties.
got black ties. You're
And I do-
anchored.
Yeah,
You're anchored, but you ain't got no black tie.
yeah.
So I'm a brother now?
Or
I'm a brother.
You're a brother.
You're a brother. All right.
My brother.
You're a brother. Yes, you are definitely our brother.
Okay, brother.
But you are a brother with a hard ER.
Okay.
Kind of like a.
No, don't say that with me in the room. I'm the vanilla gorilla today.
I love it.
I
Vanilla
felt
gorilla.
real vanilla because, it's kind of...
It's kind of dark. It's kind of. You want to say it's kind of? You want to say it's kind of dark in here?
Oh, white.
Woo! We coming in hot once again. Tee Rupp is bringing it out of everybody. So, man, let's get this party started. So, Dev, I don't even know where to start with you, brother.
I know.
Literally.
When he said event planner, so what? You just dabbled? Was that the first event you tried to throw together was Glo Monroe?
Right. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
it was
that.
damn amazing. If that's your first event, brother, hold on.
Is it?
Listen. If that's your first event, amazing. You did amazing.
Dude,
Let's go.
Let's talk about
I was playing Pokemon Go around that area. There was a lot of raids or whatever, you know, and it was great. It was beautiful. It was popping. I did a raid right at the corner of it, and I was like, "Oh,
What's going on over
shit,
here?"
Yeah.
So first and foremost, not my idea to throw this event at all. It was Fallon from Agua Dulce. She said, Devin, do you know who Miles Minnick is? I said, I do not. She said, I have messaged him on Instagram because everything happens on socials now. His social team had said, hey, we have some open dates open over the summertime. Where do you want to see Miles come? Fallon said she just went on a whim, said, hey, I live in Monroe, Michigan, population of 20,000. And she kind of thought of it as a joke. Well, she got a message back from Miles's management team and said, hey, here's the dates we have open. And she immediately calls me and she says, Devin, he can come. And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? Like, I checked him out on YouTube.
She accidentally got this motherfucker?
Not accidentally, but
like a joke, but
jokingly, just like, hey.
Just like it could happen.
Correct. She didn't think that she was going to be picked or they would message her back. And with him being, at that time, the #1 trending Christian hip-hop artist on iTunes, I'm like, this could be awesome. Like, I don't know how we're going to do this or what this is going to be, but with me being a Christ follower, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's bring some hip-hop to the city of Monroe.
Good for you.
Yeah, I definitely think I was so happy to see it because I really felt like it did bring, when people think of Christian music, a lot of people have very one-sided.
Yes,
right?
it is.
They're thinking, especially when you're talking black, they're thinking hooping and hollering, a lot of runs, super duper, like just, I don't want to say black, but super soulful.
And the Lord came down.
Right. And very preachy.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what people think. And like Miles is one of those guys that I actually, I'm trying to think. I was pulling some gospel music to do for a wedding.
Correct.
And he came up and I was kind of like this is dope.
Yeah.
Like this, like if you're not just listening to the lyrics, like it's today's hip hop.
Correct.
All day long.
And it's
I
fine.
didn't think it was today was the day I knew he was a Christian. When I walked up and was hearing the shit going on,
Right.
it was banging.
It's banging. Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
All
And
right.
even shout out to, there was a core of 4 of us. Fallon, myself, Megan Hamill, and Emma. Megan would like to be an event planner one day. So once again, never threw an event, but hey, I'll try here. Fallon never threw an event, but she just needed some help. And then Emma does awesome work with graphics and just kind of put together a whole marketing plan of, okay, we're going to post at these times. This is the content we're going to put out. And
Oh, so she's learning real good.
all the Megan and Emma, they handled all of really our social media. And for me, it's not that I didn't want people to know that I was a part of the event. It was, for me, awkward timing, and I didn't want people to think I had ulterior motives for bringing this concert and community day to the city of Monroe. So it's no secret.
Yeah, I mean, I knew you were a big part because I would see your name.
Right. Me too.
And I would see your name on stuff. I would hear your name in conversation. So I knew that you had a big part of it. But I didn't know you were actually the one throwing the event until the event.
Dude.
And I was just like,
What the
dope.
What?
If people think you have some ulterior ultimatum for getting the city together and like getting people to interact and shit like that, fuck them. You're not trying to.
Right. Fuck them, Dev. Say it.
We'll
say
say
it.
We'll say it
Oh,
for
you
you.
can't say it. You can't say it right now. I know why you can't say it.
So
You can't say it right now.
Fuck you.
But to see the people that came together, and right away, the first person that came to my mind was Kyle and Adina.
You notice he didn't say DJ Big Mike though, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
The first, just with it being a local show here, and someone who, in my opinion, wears the gospel on their sleeve, it was Kyle. And
100%.
knowing his kind of background of how he came about to be the man he is now, and the husband and father, it just made sense. So we locked in, but we still had no space, no location that we were going to do this. We locked in our headliner, and maybe our potential person that was going to open for, but no location, no sponsors, no nothing.
That's called faith.
So we had to have some of our own skin in the game, but I know that Grace would have been pulling me aside saying, where's this money going? So the initial, we just put it out there. We said, for Miles, you have to pay half of his retainer fee, I guess it would be, up front. And we kind of battled. You know, are we going to do this indoor? Are we going to do this outdoor? Are we going to do it at the RRCA? Like, what are we going to do with it? And Fallon was set on doing it at St. Mary's Park. And
Great venue.
Great venue.
Great venue.
Yeah.
It is, but also with it being Michigan, I'm like, what's our plan B? What happens if it rains?
Yeah.
Like,
Totally
I want to know. That's just, if we're going to throw this event, like, we got to have a plan B. And Redeemer said, even up to the day, because it rained that first hour of the event, call us on a moment's notice. We'll open the doors. And just to know that, and it wasn't about, by all means, I wanted the vendors to be successful, and we'll get to that in a second, but I wanted the concert portion, specifically Maya Joy, who works over at the Opportunity Center, who I tell people the best way to describe her is Aretha Franklin's niece. Like, I've been telling everybody. Like,
I like that. I like that.
With her vocals, like, that's the only way I can really put it. And that was my first time getting to hear her besides the national anthem live. And really, she is a gospel artist, not wanting to put her into a category, but man, she can just.
She got pipes.
She has it. So
she can sing.
She can sing.
Correct. Having that backup plan of, okay, now we got St. Mary's. Now we got the backup plan. What about equipment? I'm like, I got one JBL speaker. Like, I don't know what we're going to do. And
You got Bluetooth?
Megan reached out to someone from her church, a part of a group, Celestial Blues. They brought all the equipment, rocked. Like, when I heard the first sound check, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. This was, as a DJ, like, you're putting it all out to the open air. There is no walls
and
off.
there's nothing that will ruin an event than poor sound. That's why a lot of people want me to do stuff like outside and this and that. I'm like, I don't have the equipment for that. I did the Christmas tree lighting 2 years just with my equipment, and it was successful. When we started talking, hey, listen, we need a bigger sound. We need this. The city's going to have to raise some money, do something, vendors, however we're going to do it, we got to have a bigger sound. And then last year, they brought in that bigger sound, made 10 billion% different. And people thought that was my equipment. People are coming up to me, they want to rent. I'm taking cards from these guys and I'm passing them out to people because I'm like, no, this isn't mine. They're like, oh man, your equipment's amazing. I can't believe this. You got sound. I'm like, no, that's.
I can hear you from my house on A Street.
I was like, no. They have this $250,000 sound system. Mine's a couple grand.
I plug into that.
I got little music. I got wedding music. I got you for a wedding. I'm gonna bang it out for a wedding.
But you make it happen.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's true.
That part.
So we had the sound, but our initial plan was just a concert. Let's just make this a Kingdom event. Let's get Miles. Let's get Cab 3. Let's get a few other artists. And Fallon brings it. Mind you, this is all within 5 months. Now we planned this for a year or so.
An event like that should be planned for a year.
I want to make this a community day. I want this to be for anybody, whether you are 10 years in your faith-based journey, atheist, never ever heard the gospel. I want it to be for anybody. I'm like, okay, well, what's that mean? She goes, well, I'd like to grab some vendors. I want to bring the food truck. I want people to be downtown. And I'm like, okay.
Play Pokemon.
Right.
Let's see how this goes. So before we know it, the vendors just started pouring in of, hey, I would love to be a part of this. This is what I sell. The food truck started pouring in. Hey, can we pull in? And it was just so wild to me that the initial plan was to check with St. Mary's Church to see if there was a wedding that day, because if it is, there's no way that our initial plan of setting all of our vendors in the parking lot would have worked.
Right.
So now we've got to work with the city. Fallon and Megan did a great job speaking with all the city department heads, and this is still when Vince was around, our former city manager, and City Manager Robinson kind of hopped in and kind of heard, like, so what are you guys trying to do here?
Right.
This is my first week.
Fill me in, right.
So after we kind of had a lot of vendors, I said, I don't think this is going to work. This isn't going to work. All of us just
How many
jammed.
vendors?
We had 40.
Jesus.
Yeah.
40 this is not going to work being secluded to just the parking lot. And then the idea of, well, what if we shut down the street? And mind you, the city's asking things like, how many people are going to be at this event?
Oh.
I'm like, it could be Fallon and I, and or it could be 2,000 people. Who knows? And without having a real definite answer, they were just very, not going to say sketched out, but one, this is a couple people who've never thrown an event.
Right.
Telling us that they've now got all these vendors locked in and the parking space isn't going to be enough, so we need to potentially close the street. Like, you shut the street down when the Beatles tribute band comes.
Yeah.
You
Right.
shut the street down
facts.
when
Jazz
Bob
Fest,
City-
yeah.
exactly.
Jazz Fest, yes.
But to see it shut down in the way that it was, kind of now just kind of springboarding us. The city gave us the okay. Worked with Director Tolstead of really figuring out a plan. And mind you, this being a religious event, we don't know if someone's going to come back crazy. We don't know if someone's going to pop off. So you
Right.
had,
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
you had to have the contingency of, okay, we're going to have the police here. And I got to shout out to Lieutenant Herrick. She stayed with us the whole entire day.
That's
Just
dope.
walking back and forth, making the presence there. And really by the end, by the time Miles came, Director Tolstead, huge fan of Miles.
Wow.
So that was really cool. And to see the day go off as it did, it brought me nothing but joy. And as we spoke about the other day, I probably looked like a chicken with my head cut off.
Oh, you did.
But
It all made sense to me, knowing that you were the event planner for that. So I was telling Dev, I was like, I kept trying to get his attention,
Right.
Because, I just wanted to let him know, hey, I'm here, I'm supporting, I love you, I love what you're doing. And it was like he'd like start walking this way, and I'd be like,
So,
I did.
hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hold on.
Right.
Dev had no plan and made one of the best events in Monroe.
I'm not gonna say Dev didn't have a plan. I think
No,
Dev.
no.
I think Dev had a plan, but
He wasn't sure about certain aspects of it.
5 months
Listen.
isn't long enough.
No,
when
no,
you're
no.
talking with the city
And I'm just gonna tell you this,
And
bro.
all I say is I'm proud of Dev. for
I've
that.
literally,
I'm proud of him.
Dev. I have
team,
done.
the team. I
I have
keep
done
saying that.
probably 20
All of
events.
these, Yeah.
Totally Focused Entertainment started out as an event planning and promotion company. Damn. And I'm telling you, I don't think I would have pulled that off as well as you pulled it off. That was
saying.
amazing. Like, once again,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
like that was
Golfers
amazing.
clap to all
Yeah.
4 of you guys that were doing it, because you guys put a lot of
Oh, for sure.
footwork in.
Dev's
Because
team
in
is
5
strong.
months,
You're
that's-
strong. Your team is strong.
I'm saying
Always
that-
has been.
Yes.
And that's always what I've anchored on. I can only do my part. You know what I mean? This is not tennis. This is not golf. Like, I've always been a team player guy, and I'll do my part. But if Fallon had the initial idea, if Megan didn't say, hey, I want to do this, I will email all these people, I'll cross off all these check marks, it wouldn't be. But the funny thing is, the day of, so Miles wasn't supposed to, and mind you, let me take a step back. I want to treat others how I want to be treated, number one. That's in anything I do.
Facts.
But I always tell people I want to be treated good.
Right.
That's no secret. So with all the vendors, I'm going through anything I can get you. Do you need anything? Shout out to the volunteers. Stewart Road sent 7 volunteers. We didn't have a huge team because some of the people that wanted to be a part of this just in this short 5 months, one of our guys, he moved to Florida. Other people realized, oh, you guys are meeting every week. Like, I can't commit to this. And they just didn't realize, they didn't see it.
They don't know how big it is.
Right.
Correct. So when we got down to our 4 core of, all right, this is what we're going to do. As long as we stick together, continue our meetings, you guys do what you say you're going to do. I'll do what I say I'm going to do. And we rocked it out. So that little rain started coming. What's the first thing I think about? The equipment.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm going to my side. What's our contingency? What do you need me to do when this storm rolls in? We knew it was coming. And that was the thing. Some people said, just call it right now on that Friday night. Like, save yourself the hassle. I'm like, the event doesn't go off the way it does unless it's in the city of Monroe at St. Mary's Park, across from my old high school where I'm looking out the window, looking at St. Mary's Park, not even thinking, like, one day you're going to be a part of a team that throws a really cool event here, all for God's glory. So rain comes. I'm over here pulling sheets on there. All the tarps and just because once again, this is not my equipment. I want to show up this. If it was, I want someone taking care of it the way
Facts.
that I would be if this is their
Facts.
event. So I'm gathering up my four, and I'm like, yo, what do we do if this really starts coming down? And she said, the sound engineer said, we're not going anywhere. This is nothing.
Yeah.
We've done this.
We've done this.
We're good. And I'm like, okay. Took that whole equipment being ruined off my plate, and now let's get over to the vendors.
I'll tell you what's great about that is when they have attitudes like that, because I didn't used to have attitudes like that.
No, you didn't.
No. But when you have insurance on your equipment, you go, fuck it. If it gets wet, it gets wet.
So what?
I'll make a claim. Luckily,
Right.
I've never had to make a claim, but that's kind of how you feel. That's why you pay for shit that, they always say just in case.
Yep.
Because shit like that happens. Yeah.
We had one.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I'm walking through, and I'm helping all the vendors, because mind you, it's all coming down now. The food truck, they're good. They're in there, but I'm just helping move stuff out. If had maybe a display out there, okay, let's get this inside. Just treating the vendors how I want to be treated if I'm a vendor. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want your art out there that you spend hours on? No. Let's get this inside the table.
Yes.
Just going through, and as soon as it broke, sun comes out, and I saw these kids worshiping the Lord in the rain, and that was really the only time, besides when Miles came out and I kind of relaxed for a second. I said, hold on. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off since 6 o'clock this morning. Let me go worship with these kids that are just getting poured on. Young kids, you know what I mean? These kids are 6, 7, 8. They're out here learning to dance in the rain, and that's when it really took me. In my sweatshirt, you know me, I'm usually long sleeved up, and I was just giving glory to God and just in the rain. The sound's good, my vendors are good. Let me go out here real quick and rock with these kids. And from there, sun came out, beautiful day, and I'm asking the vendors, I don't need to know enough. Are you making money? Yeah, cool. Funky Bones sells out. And that's the thing with this event too. Some people, because we invited local churches. If you go to church A and you go to church B, I may never hear your church worship team. Well, hey, come do a little set. Come do a little set. So once again, how do we bring, even if it's a little FUBU event, for us, by us, I want to hear your church's worship band. All right, cool. I want to go fill it in here. So that was really cool to fill this space. And just to see everybody come together. And I saw Amy too from Parks and Rec.
Oh, that's my girl.
I said, let me tell you. Okay, first and foremost, I know you got the weather rap. Like, I know that's probably your best friend. And like all these things and like little ideas. And she'll even tell you
Amy might tell you what the weather's going to be like next year. She got it down
on the same day.
She by no means was trying to micromanage this event, but she was trying to put us on of, hey, this is how, if push comes to shove, you're good. She's like, it's only 1 point, like, just put us at ease. But someone that does these type of events, and I said, of course, when you should do this, you should do. You got any help? Y'all got any help?
And that's the funny thing about Amy, and we're talking about Amy Mason, City of Monroe. One thing I love about her is like, she wants me to do so much stuff, but she always ends it by, I'm so busy, I can direct you, but I can't do it, right? And I'm like, I'm cool with that, Amy. Like, I'm cool with that. So, yeah, it's I'm telling you, man.
She's busy as fuck right now.
Oh yeah, I don't know what Amy makes. I don't know none of that. But damn it, I can tell you this: she earns her paycheck daily.
Listen. You know what they're doing to Monroe? I know you know, but they're making a 6.5 mile loop that you can walk all the way to the college.
Why do you think Dev knows that and I don't know that?
Because, oh yeah, you're in there too. I forgot. I'm with the mayor's pet.
Yeah.
Shout to Bob Clark.
No, but
I'm gonna take that.
But for a guy that walks 10 miles a day, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that's the coolest thing ever. I'm going to be on that trail like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
I heard they were calling it the Tee Rupp Trail.
I think
they
they
better, because I'm going to be on that.
Or are they calling
Fat
it the Vanilla Gorilla? I think it's the Vanilla Gorilla Trail.
Big day, fat fuck.
You have now reached point T Daddy Fat Fuck.
But I'll tell you what. The fucking 8th Street, 8th and Union fucking park that they're rebuilding.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
they're putting in
and
work.
And bro, that's been in the
Yes.
work for a minute.
Yes.
It's
That's
been
nice.
in work,
That's gonna be
but they
nice.
just started ripping it down this summer, And I was like, oh, that park's going to be out for fucking 3 years. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
No.
3 days later, there was a building on it. I drive past it every day. I'm like, son of a
I'll
bitch.
tell you something that's crazy about that park. So my grandkids they used to live right on 9th Street. And so I went to the city and I would take the kids over there and there would be, needles, all kinds of stuff. And then we'd pick them up, or not we, but I would pick them up and try to dispose of them properly. And I was like, man, I want to adopt this park. Wow. So at one point I was actually trying to get the name changed, a bunch of stuff. City and the mayor, the mayor was like, yeah, it's a lot more difficult than you think, sir. Let me tell you how this plan works. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't want to go through all that. And I said, but I want to adopt it. So like, Totally Focused Entertainment was going to not redo the basketball court, but put up fresh nets, paint some stuff. Lloyd was gonna paint all the lines and do all this stuff. We was gonna have like a little half court with the Totally Focused logo. I was like, I'll pay for all that. I'll do all this. We're going through all this stuff, and Mayor Clark says, well, and this was some years ago.
A while ago, bro.
And he was like, well, he goes, I don't want you to do that. And I'm like, well,
why not?
Why not? I'm doing it for free. I'll go out there with some cans of spray paint. You know what I'm saying? I'll just do it.
Mad
right?
as hell. Like, what you mean?
And then,
he was the angry artist.
Yeah, and right.
Yes.
Like, how are you turning me down to do something for free to uplift my community? But then he was like, you're gonna hear about it soon, because I'm on the Citizen Planning Commission. He was like, but the city has some plans for that. So let's look at some other stuff. I'm like, I was like redlining me. You redlining me.
Did you?
I want to be over there too.
I was like, what?
At that point, did you know that there was going to be the 6.5 mile loop?
No.
I didn't know any. I didn't know
I think that's what they were planning.
No,
that's going to go.
No. They weren't talking about anything. Things were. What I've learned being, and Dev will definitely tell you how it is when you're in part of boards and things like this, you start really understanding how the process works, where the money actually comes from, what the money has to be used for. And it was one of those things where they couldn't put it out yet because nothing was approved. It hadn't been through the CPC. It hadn't been through the city council. It hasn't
so
been
they
through
can have an idea, but it takes years for them to...
It's always a plan. It's a plan. It's always a plan. So like, for example, I tell people all the time...
Can't do it in 5 months like Dev,
No, Dev is amazing.
Superhero.
But I tell people all the time, like, you have to go to the city's website and look at the master plan. They have a 2-year plan. They have a 5-year plan. They have a 10-year plan. Sometimes they have a 20-year plan. And so it's like when you look at that and you go, oh, and some people will go, oh, why the hell does it take so long? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I could do this and blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, you probably could, but it wouldn't be legit, and you don't have the engineers and the contractors and all these other people.
14 different teams getting one thing done.
But the thing is, that's why when things come into play, they're done right. You may not agree with it. Dev may not agree with it, but according to the plan, it is exactly what the plan said it was going to be.
Yes.
True. So
either way, that part.
Speaking of that, Dev, do you want to talk about or we want to do that on another podcast? Let's do that on another podcast.
Do another podcast.
We can touch it a little bit. Touch it.
No, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that on Hometown Heroes.
I want to touch it just a little bit.
Coming soon.
Touch it.
But I do want to talk about, because Dev has always been. Since day one, I think we were probably 3 months in with BTT, and you were a guest.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So you are one of the originals, brother. Like, and it was like I think during that time you were running for mayor. We touched on that a little bit. We talked about your business. I think you had just maybe started the development. How long have you had the development?
So the development group will turn actually 3 on September 11th.
Yeah. So you're So
started around the time we started.
Yep.
Yeah. So you was fairly new with the Dev group. So yeah, you are. Man, I might have to start giving you like almost
Triple OG.
But almost free sponsorship. Almost. Oh, okay.
We don't do free on this motherfucker.
Oh, no. All right, I tried to.
Somebody,
Listen,
Listen, someone's got to do
my business partner.
keep the lights on.
Yeah,
so.
my business partner was like, "Hold on, bro, I'm paying for shit
I need
too,
a
bro."
beer or something. Fuck, give me a shot, a hamburger or something.
Oh, and
So-
by the way, the development group, they're a little. I took a step into the beautiful little production office that they got going on. I loved it in there.
Bro, let's talk about that because you have grown tremendously since I first met you on the development group, and
Doing a great
you
job.
got the Monroe Sports Network and like all the things that you're doing. Let's. I mean, I know we can have a 5-hour podcast on just 2 of the things you do because you're out there crazy. But let's just talk a little bit about the Dev Group for people that may not know. For our newer viewers and listeners, what is it? What do you do? How can you help people
Yes.
with that? Things like that.
So the Dev Group was something that it all came back to, once again, Monroe. And I spoke about this on another show. I said, I kind of got into it because I'm from Monroe. And I've been the guy that I've always been a people person.
St.
And
Mary's, Catholic Central, but we won't talk. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
2 years both, but who's counting? And that's actually one of the things that had helped me. You know, seeing things from a public sector with Monroe Public Schools and then switching over to St. Mary's of just seeing 2 different worlds. So that's one thing that really helped the Dev Group as well, not only with clientele, but just meeting people. But the Dev Group, it's a marketing and advertising firm. You know, we focus on social media management, content creation, video ads, photos, you name it. I try to do it. That's our niche. That's something new that we'll get to do in a second. But the Dev Group, our first slogan was we create 90-second ads. That's what it was. And it stemmed from me being the hot dog guy. Over at Monroe's Original.
Yes, you were.
I wasn't afraid to hop in the hot dog suit, jump around, and people would see me out and about. Oh, that. But I branded myself well. That's something I do very, very well. Not to cough clap myself, but
We'll do it for you.
I'm branded. And all I wore was hot dog shirts. So right away, I made the subconscious connect. Hot dog guy. Yeah, I go and got the hat. Everything that I had, just the regular, long sleeve shirt. Hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to me. I said, if I could do this with the hot dog, just imagine what I could do with, and I always put in quotes, a real business. So
He designs.
I was working with an automotive marketing company during COVID. I was blessed to have a job all through it, working from home.
Yes.
But then I realized, I'm like, the dream of me still having my own something, marketing local businesses right here in my own hometown, was a no-brainer. And we came up with the Dev Group, filed the LLC. Corey Welch was actually our first client.
Mm-hmm.
And for him, people been thinking he's been doing real estate forever. He had just started in 2019. So here we are in 2020.
He's booming.
Signed my first client.
Thanks to the Dev Group.
And he's a very hard worker. He
is,
sleeps,
for
does
sure.
everything real estate. He did $31 million to real estate that year. I realized once again, I can't do this alone. And at that point, I had just met Pete. Not just met him, but I was friends with his brother and started hanging out with Pete. And I'm like, hey, you like this stuff too, and you got a screenwriting degree. Like, what are you doing? At that time, he was shutting the bar down every night, at COVID or at Pete's garage. And I said, bro, come on, we got to do this. Like, I'm telling you, it's been in my blood. It's my I see the vision. Let's rock and roll. And April of 2021, he leaves Pizza Garage. We go into this full time, and we only had 2 clients at the time. It was
Yeah, but I love that jump.
so it
Let's
was
jump. Let's do
takes
it.
that effort.
It
It's
was
faith.
so
Faith.
crazy to see. He would come over at 10 o'clock. My wife would go to work. We'd be like, all right, who are we gonna call today? Or we got 2 videos with Corey. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. We're done for the day. And we were so blessed. One person I've always looked up to is John Carabino.
My boy
He
John.
would just, when I was a camp counselor at the Y, just him working out. I'm like, this dude's a beast. Like, I just want to be close to him. This dude, whatever he's going to do, he's going to do it great. He starts Level Up training
To level up.
at the YMCA. Didn't have a spot, just was doing it on the tennis courts. And then before you know it, I see him keep progressing. And we had a little spot, an office at that time. Like, well, we need an office. And we moved downtown. And it was all right. That was 2 years ago. So we went from my office at my house to a little office down there. And then John, once again, it came back to, hey, I have this little closet, here. Would you guys want to? And once again, I knew 18-year-old Dev, at that point I was 28. I'm like, I got to get back to John. I've always said, like, I've now watched him go from him starting his company at the YMCA to owning a 70,000 square foot facility, all within this.
It's huge. Dude.
It is huge.
Beautiful, bro.
It is.
And it's just someone who, and even
I think my grandson pays like at least his car payment. I'm sure.
Oh, I see him there all the time, hooping there all the time. And it was something, just an opportunity. It was an opportunity that how the universe and God had brought us back together, and I'm like, cool. So now we've worked with. It's crazy. Within the past year, Friendly Four, we've opened up to all the realtors that we were working with. We were exclusive with Corey, and people were knocking on the door, and I was a loyal guy. Corey believed in this first, and he got to reap the benefits by also being a very hard worker. But within the past year, Lazy Boy, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Cakes by Stephanie, Jack Jarmo and Alan Haynes, some of the OGs of real estate around here.
Triple OGs.
And I always knew in the time that we were just kind of spending twiddling our thumbs, I said, we can do this with the businesses, but what about the sports? Sports aren't being covered around here. So I took the first year, I'm just going to games. I'd see a kid go off, 20 points, 13 rebounds. I'm like, who's covering this? And I would see the newspaper just kind of go get.
Taking a couple
Give
pictures.
a fucking half a paragraph for a kid. Yeah.
I'm like, we need like state champs, but state champs only comes down when, the kid that's committed Lloyd Carr's grandson's playing at Monroe and he's gonna ball out. Right. I said, no, we got athletes right here that are going to Division I schools and they're not even being highlighted the way they should. I take my dog for a walk. We have no name for it. We started shooting a few stories. Grace is doing our books at the time. She's like, where's all this extra money going? And I'm like, I don't have a name for it yet. But
what happened was
I'll figure it out.
Pete and I we're gonna do this sports thing. And then I walked my dog. I said Monroe County Sports Network. Got home, wrote it down. Walked in the next day at the office. I said, Pete, I got the name. It's the Monroe County Sports Network.
Dope.
He said, I love it.
Dope.
Local sports covered locally. And once again, I went back to the people that believed in me first at Friendly Ford. I had no portfolio with this. I just literally pitched it like I said, hey, Nicole, this is going to be something that's very big. I don't have anything to show you yet, but think about and this is the way I said it, a slice of ESPN, but for Monroe County schools.
Only.
And
wow.
That's facts.
That's
dope.
Bought in, and within, we're getting ready to turn 1 next month with the sports network, and we've put out over 200 stories, videos. So, we're traveling. Now we have the van, which is getting ready to get wrapped, so maybe we could talk sponsorships there. One side is going to say Monroe County Sports Network. The hood's going to say the Development Group, and then brings me to the Monroe County News Network. So because Ridley, John, and Aaron opened their doors to us, now we have all these athletes. It's a hub. We have all these athletes. We're working with MCOP and Opportunity Center, so we're at the center too. And just seeing all these athletes that are, hey, aren't you that? Don't you do that page? Don't you do? I'm like, yes, that's us. That's us. But the news network is now local news reported locally. And for me, being the band kid, the theater guy, I was like, the sports is great. We've got that now down to a science. Let's give some love to these theater kids. Let's give some love to these artists. Let's give some love to the academics portion of it. And we just started doing stories the same way. And once ago, who came knocking? Grace. What are these extra hours?
See what happened was.
So we're gonna do the sports network and we're gonna do the news network now. And literally, I can't say it officially yet, but we have a few people that are going to be big sponsors of this and just believe in what we're doing. And
great. You're doing great work, man. One thing you keep mentioning your wife Grace. And so I want to say, we always talk relationships. Tee Rupp getting his little freaky escapades, right?
Yeah.
But we do talk about relationships. And one thing that I have to say, from the day I met you, from the day I met Grace, I love your guys' relationship. I love her support for you. You know what I mean?
It's hard to support a dream.
Because it's yes. Because it's like my wife is don't get me wrong. I love my wife with all my heart, and she is probably my biggest fan and my biggest supporter. But she's the one going, "What the hell are you doing? Like you keep spending, but you're not making."
That's
and sometimes
I love Dan to death because of that.
sometimes though, like it's one of those things where like I love to hear your story because your wife is also like my wife. She knows at some point it's gonna pay off. Whether it be through connections, whether it be through friendships, whether it be through whatever. And like, you're one of those people, when I see both of you guys, especially together, motivate me. You know what I mean? So I want to give you, once again, the golfer's clap for that, because I see you're young. I mean, you guys you're what, 30, I think.
Be 30 next month.
Grace is what?
Should be
21? I'll say that's 21. She's always going to be 21. Grace, you're 21. But it's like, by the way. But it's like you're a super young couple, very successful, supporting each other in everything you do. And I think that, like, once again, I don't want to get on this whole rant of relationships, but when you have a strong person behind you, whether it be the male or the female or both, it makes everything more stressful, but also more easy, if that makes sense. Because you know, if nothing else, in my most stressful time, especially when it's your wife, you can lay in bed with your wife and go, "This is what the fuck I'm thinking," and have that conversation.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, is Lloyd with you?
They don't even like you, bro. She don't even like you.
Lying.
She says something about she needs her pink cheek design, something you promised her 7 months ago. She ain't got it.
You promised her. I didn't.
But
You did. What happened was she'll be like,
Dana, you know Lloyd's number. I'm not gonna put him on blast right now. Give him a call. We'll talk about it.
and you know I'm right. She's like, "Hey, Lloyd, got your back? Okay, we're good."
No, she just told me the other day, Lloyd ain't shit. Why you keep fucking with him? Anyway, let's get back
to
Dev and talk about Dev and Tee Rupp. Tee Rupp, bro, like, you've been super quiet. I know you're trying to be nice to
listening.
Dev.
I'm listening.
But like
weird.
you haven't. Listen, I would say you ain't gave Dev. Like,
bullshit.
Yeah, Dev gave the scrunchy face one time.
And you didn't make him go, "Ooh."
But I need
Wait until you start talking about how gay I am. Just chill out.
Let's go into that segment.
How gay are you?
How gay is Tee Rupp today?
You want to know that?
A sweaty back, sweaty thighs.
Me and the wife were out playing Pokemon Go, and
that's why you were late.
Huh?
That's why you were late.
No, that was raid hour. That was total different. Total different day.
Okay.
I look across and over by Waterloo Park, I'm like, is that a fucking sex shop? It's an adult toy shop or something like that.
Not gonna play. On M50?
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
I mean, damn.
Continue.
Okay.
It's right next to, I don't fucking know. It's right where there's a
I heard of that
gym.
spot.
There's a Pokemon gym across the street. That's all I know. Anyway, I'm like, babe, we should go in there. And she was like, oh, okay. I was like, I've never been in one. That'd be cool to go in there. And you know, we're laughing about it. She's like, why would you want to go in there? I said, because we got to find that 14-inch strap-on you want. And she was like, I don't...
Oh, she's super gay today.
No. I just said it as a joke, right?
Hold on a second. Just on that comment alone, we bumping them up to 98%.
98? That's 198.
No.
Okay.
No.
We're just gonna go 90.
Nah, bro.
We're gonna go 98.
Ain't no grown ass man gonna say, "Yo, 14-inch dildo you want."
But the thing is,
purple.
But hold on. But this is the question.
They're like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
This is the question. Does he want it for him or her? Because that's the difference. So we're gonna go 98.
But
go ahead.
The question was at the beginning, how gay is Tee Rupp?
Right.
So
but listen, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Not me. Fuck that.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Not me.
Let's go.
I want you guys to just shh, so I can tell you this.
Continue, sir.
Continue.
Let's see how far this goes.
14
My wife walked in the room and caught me doing kegels with my butthole after I said that.
How's it?
My wife walked in the room and caught me doing kegels with my butthole after I said that.
I thought he said Keeblers.
Keebler elves. I got a couple of those in there
I was
too.
thinking cookies.
I can't drink my beer right now.
And I
Tee
know
Rupp-
how to do Kegels now.
Yeah.
So it's tighter. I can't use a 14 inch.
Bruh. That's bruh.
Wow. Shit.
Bruh.
I'll just start off by saying with that comment, Tee Rupp is my brother. I love him with all my heart.
But
Bro, we've discussed how gay are you
that is the
quite a bit.
gayest
That's the thing, right?
yet. The gayest
Yeah.
yet.
Every week.
Every week.
But that's the gayest yet.
I'm like I almost wish I didn't do it with my man Dev here because I think Dev is traumatized, and because I've heard it,
No, Dice.
and I'm traumatized.
No, Dice is traumatized. Dice was not ready.
But-
so Dev right now looking like, what the fuck? Is
Dev was ready. Dev knows me though.
But hold on, I just want to say this because I'm feeling a little touched right now. Like so,
I'll touch you.
when he was talking,
Whoa!
listen, when he was talking about the vibrator in his booty, I was kind of like, okay, all right, that is what it is, right? It's his thing. I don't judge.
I do.
And you know what? Like,
No, I'm like I judge.
this is my confusion, I guess. I guess because I know math. I'm pretty good at math.
I'm pretty good too.
Tee Rupp, do you know how large 14 inches is, sir?
I want it in my stomach. I want to get full from the other side.
Look at Dev's face right now. That's all I'm going to say. Look at Dev's face. It explains the whole moment. You are 100% correct, sir. Tee Rupp is definitely, I'm not going to round that shit down to 198%.
200.
He's 5,000% gay today.
I'm
So,
scared.
Dev, I'm glad that development group's doing great.
Right. Hey, Dev, what's going on, sir?
Dev,
How you been? Close your mouth.
Close your mouth. Close your mouth. That was a great moment right there.
Dev was like, okay, where do we go from here, fellas?
We'll
Where do we
talk.
go from here, fellas?
We'll talk. I'm glad I'm over here right now. I'm glad on this side of the table for once.
He keeps like tickling me. I just didn't know like if this was like
This little guy, come here.
You know what's hilarious though is Dev has always been the talker. Dev can do
Yes,
a
he
400-hour podcast
Yes, he can.
all one setting, and his mouth was open and he was quiet as hell.
He's like, oh, y'all play too much.
So my question, Dev, to you is, would the development group like to sponsor a 14-inch dildo? Because we'll do it on fucking video. I have no
I
problem.
won't. No, I will not be a part of that podcast.
Dev said, well, what happened was.
I'm gonna run it back to so Grace, having someone that believes in your dreams is. You guys gotta remember.
Bring it back.
She found me when I was in a hot dog suit. We were just friends.
Right.
I'm dancing around in a hot dog
Hot
suit,
dog all day long
and
with mustard.
now this is my girlfriend. I mean, she's down to say like that. Yup, I do jumping around in a hot dog suit with the
Dating
hot
hot
dog.
dog? Oh, yeah.
So to believe that, and once again, coming from the larger family of the Wiccan, so, oh, you're the hot dog guy. So what do you do? I'm like, I work in the kitchen. You know, you're gonna make the videos, and what are you gonna do? And for her to believe when I was dancing around in the hot dog suit,
She's seen your purpose.
she saw it.
We talk about purpose all the time. Yeah.
She's seen something. She's seen he's doing that for a fucking reason.
For it to not even pay off in the investment, but for her to always say like, "There's not many ideas that I have," that she's like, "No, we're not doing that." Like,
Good
whether
for her.
whether
That
it's
is Dana.
Oh, for sure.
it's supported me just at the show, the Glo Monroe show, as we're kind of getting our last like check marks. Fallon's like, "Hey, is Grace good?" And like we share a calendar, so I'm like, I don't see anything on there, but I never like really asked her. So it's show was Saturday. I asked her, I'm like Thursday night. Like, hey, I don't see anything on the calendar. Like, are you good from 10:30 to 8:30 p.m. on Saturday? She's like, yeah. And even her, this is really funny. Every week, you're off to your little, you're off to your little Glo Monroe meeting. Like,
Right.
Because
a little.
what are you doing? Like, what could you guys be doing that would be, because once again, we're not event planners. What are you guys going to be doing
are
that's
now.
so big that you need to be meeting every week for? And I'm like,
You are now.
So she got there and
Just watch.
That's where
Don't believe me, just watch.
She gave us the flowers of I see it. I see what you guys are working on. It's something that she couldn't imagine because I've never brought to her an event like this. Like I said, normally we're just checking out the event, going to the event, someone's event, filming the event, never putting it on. So yeah, I got to shout her out, man, because without her, and even financially, as entrepreneurs, it's not all gravy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, I mean, Dev, you know right now, like you're a millionaire, right? You know that, right? You do know that. Like
In Monroe?
Financially, you're not.
Right.
But in Monroe?
But in everybody's head,
he paid all that money?
Oh, he got all this
thing?
He got 40 sponsors. They probably paid him $800 a piece, and
What?
he took all that money and put it in the bank. You're a millionaire, bro.
You got that bread.
You's a boss.
Got that bread, bro. Get that bread.
And it is nice, like I said, to have, and even Pete will joke, like, Kylie's out, oh, you guys off to go have fun again? Or you guys out to, like, but it is paying off, and to be able to see, I just spoke with an athletic director today. There was a few athletic directors and superintendents that bought in right away. We see the vision. Just keeping it real. I take this to my alma mater first, and I'm like, hey, I have an idea, and I want to make it specifically for my school. I'm an alumni from here.
Facts.
They didn't see the vision, which was the best thing that could have happened. Because
Really?
if I would have put myself to just one school, I would have shut out the other 14.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
so to come back 3 months later and I'm at a game and that same guy, hey, we need to sit down again.
No, we're good.
I see what you're. I'm like, I don't have time. Like,
Right,
I don't.
my man.
I don't
It's the
have
best
time.
You know,
to
I'll
really
tell you.
Friday night. There's a whole bunch of Friday night lights pop
Right.
on. I gotta go.
That feels so good, doesn't it?
It
To be like,
does.
I'll tell you, like, one thing for me, like, especially when I can, like, even this, sitting down, talking with you, seeing your face light up when you talk about certain things. And I've been reading a lot of books lately on procrastination, self-sabotage. I've been back in that zone again, right? For me personally. And one of the things that every book, no matter what I'm reading, listening to, whatever, when it comes to motivation, whether it comes to self-sabotage, whether it comes to trying to stop procrastination, is everything talks about consistency. Boom. And no matter what it is, whatever that consistent part is, consistency is always, it seems to be the key in every book. Mm-hmm. And that is one thing I have to say about you, Dev, is you are consistent. And I think that is the definite reason why you are as successful as you are, because you are consistent. When you're, like you just said, when your alma mater turns you down, I might have been that guy to be like, well, all right, maybe this isn't for me then.
I'm like,
and you were like, when you said,
watch this.
I want you, but you turned me down. Now I got to go to 14 other places, and I'm going to go to 14 other places. You feel what I'm saying? So once again, you get a real clap for that.
But also going back, like I started my day at 8 o'clock today. You know, it's going on 9 o'clock. If I didn't have Grace at home, right when I left, hey, what do you want for dinner? Like, this is when just giving her flowers again. I've never went to bed without a meal being made. And then, like, I'm not saying, she's a co-owner as well in the development. She has her own piece of the pie. I'm going to get her some MCSN here before you know it, because she's like, all right, that's just you and Pete. I ain't getting paid on that.
Well, sure, I want some merch.
But we got that. We got that.
Holla at me. We can make something happen.
I won't be home. Right after this, I got to go edit the photos that I took right before here. I was at Summerfield. Then I went to Whiteford, and then I found out that the Whiteford had their inaugural volleyball tournament at their new gym. Well, I had to get photos there. She knows I won't be home till about 10:30, and if I wouldn't have that support or a wife that said, like, okay, like, I know that this is the life that I'm gonna be in, it wouldn't happen. And this is like, even for my city involvement, we'll call it. I'm putting my life on hold for this. People, when are you gonna have kids? I'm so into the development group, the sports network, the news network, that I want to build something. There's a lot of names in this town that are, some of them are third generation business owners now because of what their grandparents did for them.
Right.
I didn't have that, respectfully. And Grace sees what we're trying to build for our future kids where, yeah, when it comes time, I want to be able to take a year off and just be dad.
Be dad.
Because right now,
I love it.
I love this city and I love what we're doing so much that I'll wait on kids. And to have a wife that says, I'll wait because I see your vision.
I love it.
And you somebody to hold you down.
To pull a layer back on that,
Go ahead.
you don't see my vision, you won't enjoy my view.
Facts. And I'm gonna say, man, honestly, man, that's a great note to just end on.
Yes.
Because I know you got to get out of here. Tee Rupp, he got to go look at that.
I hope he has a receipt,
dildo.
man. Like I know he already bought it, so I guess not even like the funny thing to me. But
That's what
It don't come in 15 or 14. It only comes in 15. That's why I
damn,
got
my
that.
God. He's right there with us.
just say like
I love it.
Return it. You know what I mean?
Return it, all right.
I hope it's not open. Like, Jess, I'm sorry.
Wide open.
You knew what you were getting into too.
In
So that's all I
facts.
gotta say.
Yeah. So one of the things that we've been doing lately is you can end the podcast with a thought, a shout out, words of encouragement, whatever. So normally we all go first, but Dev, because you are the guy that you are, I'm gonna let you go first, sir.
First and foremost, not to be cliche, like I've told the people like I shouldn't even be here right now. Like in a sense of like, I hate when people are like, oh, not that you have it all figured out, but like I hit a path where I didn't know what I was gonna do, and I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. And you can really turn your life around if you want, if you really want to, and no matter what happened or no matter what your record says or what have you, if you truly want success in this life, you gotta look yourself in the mirror, pray about it, number one, and make the change. I'm not trying to be Michael Jackson, but it's just true. Yeah. So that's one thing. Second, Grace, I love you with all my heart. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. And I want to give a shout out just to my team. First, shout out to God. Thank you for allowing me another day and to be able to do this type of stuff. But shout out to Pete Rendina, Justin Collins Demansky, Stelio Stelliano. Without you guys and Nick Suarez, like I said, people say like, you're the face of this, but without the team, this wouldn't happen. So that's it.
Facts. I love it. Tee Rupp.
I got something to say. What going off of what Devin said, be confident in yourself. Don't second guess yourself. You can make that dream happen. You just gotta be consistent. Stay on it.
Facts.
Because now we couldn't get rid of Dev if we wanted to. He's too tied in.
Yeah, I tried. People call me. They're like, "Can you make this dude disappear?" No, it's too late.
Fuck no. He's stapled in.
Nope.
So even if we wanted to, you couldn't get cut off.
And just I mean, jump up. Like even the people that have told me no, whether it's development group, like, and they see me at the next event, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah.
I still hear
I believed in Devin.
Yeah.
And I'm here.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And he also had people that believed in him, and then they started believing in themselves off of his hot dog confidence.
Facts.
So they start believing in themselves. It makes now you got a beautiful company. Everybody wants to fuck with them because everybody's confident.
And he's local, baby. Monroe, Michigan. Stand up.
When they said it couldn't happen, you got to go elsewhere. Now we're going to stay right here.
Where'd I come?
Lloyd,
I came back home, didn't I?
Right.
I'm going to let you go.
What'd I do? I came back home. All I say is don't let nobody else's vision thwart your vision because you are who you're meant to be.
I like it. Right. And I will say, one, I want to go back to, I usually give a bunch of shout outs to a bunch of people that don't pay sponsorship.
Jeff, fuck you.
Jeff, I love you, brother.
Kobe.
You know that. You know I love you. See, now because you said it, I'm shouting out Monroe Nutrition. That's my guy. That's my man. But I'm gonna end it just by saying, one of the things we talk about a lot is consistency. I'm trying to be more consistent with everything I do. And Dev, you're a big part of that. Just watching everything you do. I want to give you your flowers again, not just because you're here, but I really want to give you your flowers to say, when I watch you, I am motivated. I then believe a little bit more in myself every single time I see you doing something. Facts. So
as a friend though, take his confidence and you start eating it. Because if you were more confident in yourself, you would be a jillion.
Damn. Yeah. Sound like me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He had no idea.
So and I will tell you guys this too. Like that has always been my downfall. I speak about it a lot. Me and Tino have had conversations on it. Me and Jeff have had conversations on it.
I'm just that is a piece in the wall. I guess they never told him nothing like that.
Lloyd all the time. But he's got a hoodie on with the hood up, and it's 400 degrees in here. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in him right now. But no, it's and one of the things, like, it's taking chances, taking risks, staying consistent. When people shut you down, and when people I'm starting to realize more and more every single day that the people that tell you, well, be careful, watch out, don't do this, there are the people, they ain't doing shit. So once again,
what did I do?
I'm gonna end this by saying this is not about Lloyd Cheatham and what the hell he done said some shit.
Bullshit right there.
But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. It's your man DJ Big Mike,
the fucking angry artist,
the Vanilla Gorilla.
My name's Dev.
Peace.
I don't know why the camera
you fucked it up.
The camera
fucked it up.
The camera didn't switch over to y'all, but they heard you and we see you. So peace. We out.
Right.
Hey.